Hey there, sweet peas. Basic Prepper Mom Myra. I'm in my office today, but I wanted to go over a couple of things that I got in Vegas. And they're kind of not big deals or big things, but just to kind of give you an idea of kind of what you can do with certain things. So, with freebies, basically. So when you go to a hotel, and I know a lot of people aren't really traveling, but if you're traveling for work or even if you're still going on vacation, when you go to hotels, they give you these cute little sample or, little size shampoo, conditioner, lotion, as well as soaps. Now, what I do is when I go to a hotel, I always take, whenever we leave, I take my own shampoo and conditioner just because my daughter and we have long hair. My youngest daughter has very, very naturally curly hair. So these shampoo and conditioners tend to be pretty cheap and just don't work on our hair. So I always take my own. But what I do is I always ask for extra whenever we go to a hotel because, there's usually 2, 3, 4 of us in a room, sometimes 5. And they only leave you these little bottles. So what I do is I say, hey, can we get some extra? Sure, no problem. Doesn't cost any extra. And so I take these and I bring them home. And I put these in an area or in a tub that is specifically for trade, barter, give away to people if they need it, whatever the situation. Because these are freebies. I mean, ultimately you pay for it with your room anyway. But freebies that we can get to give out to people, or like I said, trade or barter. Now, the other interesting thing is we've never been anywhere where we've done room service, really. The place that we were staying for SHOT Show in Vegas had room service because it was in a casino and they had several hotels in the area, or downstairs. So it allowed us, it didn't cost us any more than if we were to walk down and actually have dinner or have breakfast. It was usually breakfast that we got. Have breakfast, leave a tip. It didn't cost us any extra to have the room service. We were able to eat and get ready and be able to go out and just start our day already. We didn't have to wait and eat somewhere. We could just kind of eat and get ready at the same time. So room service for us for breakfast, that was a mouthful, was actually really good. Now, when they brought up our tray of food, they put a lot of condiments and stuff on there. And, you have your salt and your pepper and all that. But really cool is they had these little ketchup bottles. And they are glass ketchup bottles, little tiny ketchup bottles. Now, we didn't use any of the ketchup, but there was about 4 to 5 each morning that came on our tray. So we actually took these. I took them, I packaged them really well, put them in our suitcase and brought them back home. These are amazing little tiny, like I said, glass bottles are amazing that you can put in your trade, barter, or give away. They didn't cost anything. We didn't use them. We ended up with, I think, like 8 or 9 little bottles of these. Absolutely awesome. Now, the other thing that's really cool are these little tiny Tabasco bottles. Aren't these cute? These two are glass. They're not plastic. Glass bottles. So these are little Tabasco bottles. Now, we did use some of these, so I didn't get as many of these, but I did bring back about 4 or 5 of these little containers, and the Tabasco is amazing. Once again, these go in the tub. Now, what I do with these, all of these little freebies, as I call them, is I put them in a separate area away from my usual normal prep stocks and things like that. I also have things like candles, extra matches, pasta, canned spaghetti sauce, things that are really inexpensive that I have put away. Those are my trade, barter, or give away to people in need things. So that if somebody were to come to my house, I could say, or if we get into a situation where, and I know I'm putting this out here, but if we get in a situation where somebody comes and says, hey, I want all your stuff, we hand them this tub and say, this is what I have. They don't see what other things that you have, what you don't have. It's in a completely separate area. So all of these freebies I keep in a separate tub by itself. And that is my trade, barter, giveaway. My family also knows this is what this tub is. Okay, great. So if I'm not home, if they're in a situation where they have to grab a couple of things and trade or barter, they know where that stuff is. So freebies from hotels, restaurants, things like that are really, really great to use for bartering. Now, going to SHOT Show, we had some pretty amazing experiences, and they were giving away a lot of free things. One of the booths, Ariat had a booth there. Now, I love Ariat. I have an Ariat coat. I just love Ariat. We have literally Ariat boots. But they were giving away socks. Now, being at the end of SHOT Show when we were there, the positive thing about being there at the very end are people are giving away stuff just like to give away. Whereas if you go at the beginning of SHOT Show and people are giving away free stuff, they're kind of stingy. They're like, oh, just one per family or one whatever. We ended up getting like 4 free pair of Ariat socks because the guy came out and was like, here, you want socks? Just like giving socks away, because it was like an hour before SHOT Show ended and he was like, I just got socks to give away. So that was really cool. We ended up going to the, I think it's the Weston, I talked about this before, Weston booth. They do dehydrators and vacuum sealers and meat grinders and kind of home processing stuff like that. Well, they were giving away these bags, vacuum seal bags, and these are actually big vacuum seal bags. I think these are the 11 by 18s or something like that. I think there's 10, 15 bags in here. I don't know. They might be actually varied size, but basically they were giving away packages of vacuum seal bags. These are the heavy duty vacuum seal bags. Super excited about that. They were giving away those free. So that was really awesome. They were also giving away other things that were free that we got, which was kind of nice. But I thought this actually was, for me, this was like, woo, the highlight right there. One of the things I want to talk about, and this is like totally separate from SHOT Show and Vegas and what I was talking about. So I went to a pain management doctor, and I didn't need to go. Pain management doctors are usually for people who are in severe pain, who are on opioids and pain medication, and they need to try to kind of wean them off and give them alternatives to manage their pain. That's kind of what that is. Well, I'm not in that situation. I'm not on painkillers. I don't use any of that. I control my fibromyalgia and my chronic migraines with diet and exercise, and I just do different things that kind of help me along. But I was referred to one. I went and they were like, why are you here? It's like, I don't know. But they are legally, they have to, I don't know about where you are, but here they have to give you this lovely little paper, and it is for Narcan nasal spray. So I guess anytime you have anyone who is taking any kind of opioids or pain medication, they have to provide you with a slip that you take to the pharmacy, and you don't have to have a prescription, but they will give you Narcan nasal spray free. They're supposed to. I haven't tried it yet. We'll see what happens. Now, she was like, I have to give this to you. Whether you use it or not is up to you, but I just have to give it to you. And I was like, all right. I didn't even know what it was when she handed it to me. Was going to throw it away. Happened to look at it and was like, So I'm going to go to the pharmacy and I'm going to get Narcan. And I'm going to put it in my trauma first aid kit, because even though myself or my family doesn't need anything like that, who knows down the line or in a situation where I run across that we may need this for somebody else, or someone else might find it useful. I don't know, but it's free medication that could help someone. So I'm going to take advantage of this and put it in my trauma kit, not my regular first aid kit, but I'm going to put it in my trauma bag. I'm also going to research and do a little bit more looking into as far as what else Narcan is good for. Are there other benefits for that? Can you use it for other things? And I think that's kind of what we need to also realize and look into. Now, I take, it's Zomig and Imitrex are the brand names of the migraine. It's like sumatriptan, something like that. I do the nasal spray for my migraines, because when I get a migraine, I get it super fast and super quick, and I have to catch it like right then and there. So if I take a pill, it still sometimes doesn't catch it in time, because pills take a while to dissolve and move through your system. So that's why I have the nasal spray, to get it really, really quickly. And what I found is, if I'm having a really bad fibro flare-up, if I'm really, really sore, and I take one of the nasal sprays for my migraine, it actually sometimes helps my fibro pain and it lessens it. Now, when I talked to the doctor about that, she was like, that's not even a side effect. Like, that's not even in any studies or anything. I don't even know how that's possible. Well, with me and my body works really weird with certain medications. But that tells me that, okay, for me, this medication has an effect that is positive with my pain, not just my migraine. So there are medications out there that, and we hear that all the time when pharmacies or companies, or pharmaceutical companies, are testing products. Well, we tested it for a heart medication. However, in that test, we found that this medication actually works for whatever this is over here. So we see that crossover quite a bit. So I'm actually going to do some research, really look into it, talk to a lot of people, and figure out if there is another reason or another way that Narcan can actually be helpful in other areas. And some of you might already know that. So, you know, reach out if you know. But I'm going to do my research. But it's a medication. It's free. Why not have it in your stores, right? So that is what I wanted to touch base on. When you're out there, you know, little trial or little condiments or little travel size stuff is really great. Or if you go to the dollar store, you can get the dollar store travel size stuff, very inexpensive, and throw those in your stores. Any kind of hygiene product, we actually have shampoo, conditioner, soap. What else do I have in there? Oh, I actually have razors too. Anything that you can get hygiene related, I put into my stores. I also have dollar store, you can get really inexpensive salt and pepper and herbs. I have that stuff thrown in there too. So anything that you can think of that might be a really good idea in a trade or a barter situation, that's what I have in there. So that's what I have to say today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.